Yeah, I mean, it was a huge adjustment, more mentally, being put in a space, young in your career where you're feeling like you're really starting to kind of transition into, a score. I was never a huge scorer, like
Hmm.
my whole career, whether it was, high school, I think I averaged right around 20, but that was high school,
Yeah,
you can go out for
yeah.
20, but, college, I wasn't a heavy scorer. And really I was taking that transition from the PBL of trying to be more aggressive and getting my own, while still helping the team, and really embracing that early in my career. But Coach Yang coming in, and he was very open and straightforward with the mindset of why he does the things that he does, how he handles the team, and really longevity of your career, and really understanding your role. So it took me a while to really see where I could help the team best, and really understanding my teammates. Playing that role also makes you see what your teammates do well. So to see that Paul Lee is a special scorer that can, be one of the greats of the PBA, you see that when you're sitting down. It's hard to see when you're running around the court. So you start to appreciate that. You appreciate Bo setting great screens and having high basketball IQ. You appreciate Jeff Chan being one of the best shooters to ever play in the league. And, it's things like that to where you just appreciate each player and appreciate yourself, what you bring to the table. So it was an adjustment, but definitely one I'm happy I made, and figured out.
How does he impart to you guys like the roles? Because like Paul Lee, there are even games when he doesn't get the number of shots he normally gets, like what he's getting now in Magnolia. Magnolia now he usually attempts the most shots, even if it's like an off night. Coach Chito gives him the green light to attempt when he's open. So how does he talk to you guys? Like, is he a really good communicator that you guys really listen to him, even if in deep inside you want to get more shots or more opportunities in on the floor, like even if you only play like 15 minutes or something.
Right. I think it's a lot of it is his ability, Coach Yang's ability to really, get the best out of players. You know, the league, not a lot of teams play all 15 players and give chances. So you have to be mentally prepared. Coach Yang is huge on mental toughness. He's huge on, just being ready, being prepared, owning up to your mistakes, and things like that. So I think that was a huge thing for us, being able to hold ourselves accountable, and also, knowing the expectations of our coaching staff, and how to perform. Coach Yang has a special talent with that, and he pulled that out of each and every player. That's why I think it wasn't a surprise. And I think the first championship we won, we had a different leading scorer for every game, and
The one with
that's
Cornley.
it's hard to defend. Yeah, outside of Jamel, yeah,
Yeah,
outside of Jamel Cornley,
yeah,
I think we had a different top scoring local every game.
yeah. That was really a great series because I think Tim Cohn's team, like DMEG, they you guys were the underdogs against them, and they had Marcus Blakely, and that was still like the prime of James Yap and PJ and Mark, and you guys won in seven, and I was kind of surprised also as a guy watching from outside.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one, and yeah, hopefully we can get to back to those. Packed houses and a lot of cheering going on.
Yeah, there were a lot ton of fans during those times, around 20,000.
Right.
How about Coach Yang? Like he also gets players from the draft, like players that weren't even like in the mock drafts, they weren't even like high, but then when they get into rain or shine, they're really great players. Like I believe Jericho Cruz wasn't that high on the
Yeah.
draft board, and then now he's not with you guys anymore. But and Lex, you could see him excelling. And players like Maverick Ahanmisi, like he got selected before Chris and Scotty, I think, in that draft. And I got surprised, but Mav was really good for you guys as well when he was with you guys. And I think now currently Jewel Ponferrada, also an underrated player. It's also I think drafted by Coach Yang. So where does he get all these guys, and how is he so good in selecting players?
Yeah, I think he puts a lot of trust in his staff. At the time, Coach Kaloy, Coach Mike Buendia, Coach Ricky were still involved in the PBA, D League, and a lot of it he puts trust in them. And Coach Kaloy is very, vocal in terms of the talent that he sees, the eye that he has for talent, and from Jericho and Don Troiano and
Oh yeah, Don. Yeah.
you know what I mean, Maverick and those guys. I think it was a joint effort. I'm sure Coach Yeng would be the first to say that he put a lot of trust in his staff in terms of scouting and really trying to piece together what players would fit best for our team. So, some of it's luck. Not everything works out the way you wish it would. Naturally, guys either run their own course and go to a different team, but I think they definitely maximize their opportunities here with Rain and Shine to play well.
Do you have an idea how he also talks to the imports? Because the two championships you had, like Jamel Cornley is not like a 40, 30 point per game player. And then Pierre Henderson Niles is also
Yeah.
scoring single digits in the finals, and you still won the championship. How does he even choose also the imports? Or is it the same with the rookies that he drafts? Because the imports sometimes they
Yeah.
have the ego that they want to score and take the most shots every single game. And if not, they're gonna leave or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same, in terms of the staff and the communication with agents and things like that. Jamel Cornley, actually, I've known since I was 17, 18 years old. So it was just a matter of time. Jamel had been playing in other countries a few years before, but every conference, every time it was 6'5" or 6'6", I was trying to get Jamel here. But it just got lucky that one season that he was available. Coach Yang and the coaching staff, kind of trusted a little bit of advice that I gave, and then also saw the film, which is undeniable. The way that Jamel competes and really just battles for his team. So he was the perfect fit for us that year and got us to the championship.